like I'm on the brink of something beautiful, or maybe terrible. I know I shouldn't ask you to be open with me when I have my secrets that I tend to keep safely under lock and key. I'm hypocritical, but at least I know we could be beautiful, or maybe terrible. Only one way to know. Only one way to know. Is this a yes or a no? Which way will it go? Only one way to know. Only one way to know.
So, welcome back, gang. Welcome to the Tavern. Welcome back to the lands of Abilene. We're a group of goofy goobers sitting around dreaming big dreams, sharing bigger stories, and tonight that story starts in a different location for those who found themselves disinherited. First, hey Kat, tell us about merch over at You Begin in a Gift Shop. You got something cool to talk about us tonight with us?
I do.
Oh my god!
Look at that thing.
Ah, it's
Well,
so big.
But where could one possibly buy something as great as that?
On the internet.
On the internet, over at You Begin in a Gift Shop.
That's so cool. Wow.
It's
my
our
God.
new gift,
That's
featuring
crazy.
art by Rachel, Cartography Bird on Etsy. It's 60 inches by 80 inches of soft Arctic fleece. And you can get your own along with candles, mugs, shirts, and more over at You Begin in a Gift Shop, where we are running a special promotion to celebrate the launch of our new blanket. Everything is 10% off between now and next Friday.
Oh my
And I just
god!
want to say,
Oh, I'm getting that blanket.
it's Remy approved. I had to
Hell
take
yeah.
it from him, and now he jumped up into my chair to take it back.
Does the blanket
Remy
come with
approved.
cat?
Nope.
Do what? You say does a cat come with a blanket? Absolutely
Yes.
not. This is my child.
Damn it.
Although it would be amazing if we could figure out the logistics behind that. That's so freaking...
You get a free cat with every blanket purchase.
That is
Yeah.
so
Not
freaking
this
dope.
cat. This
I
cat
can't
is my
believe
cat.
how good it looks. Like, and
Yeah.
and she's holding it up, and it's doing some justice. But we'll be sure to have some B-roll up showing it off a little
Yeah,
bit more close up.
feel free to post one of the pictures that I sent you to show like the full, because like it's bigger than my arm span,
Mm-hmm.
and it won't even fit in the frame.
It's dope though. I mean, and you can see from even that distance, it's crystal clear. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's really clear. The blanket is like not transparent at all. It's soft. I like it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, link in the description below. And hey, if you're looking for more actual play goodness, why not head over to the Dirty Vixen for Monday nights with the Fatal Roll, where you can watch yours truly, as well as the talent behind the late, great Lord Corbin Fairweather, Mrs. Finicky Fox. And on Tuesday nights, head on over to Tasha's Curse of Strahd game. You all know Tosh. Her character Nimbus walked the streets of Abilene before being the only mortal ever to ascend to godhood. You can find links for all those in the description below, and there are a couple other awesome small creators that really deserve some support. But hey, let's take it back a bit. All this talk of gods and wizards, we're getting ahead of ourselves, for we are somewhere else. Somewhere far to the north, of lands destroyed by mortal aspirations, telling a simpler story. For a time at least, as most stories tend to start. Slowly, and then gaining momentum, quicker and quicker, until at long last, the drop. And we're far from that drop, but that doesn't mean that it's been smooth sailing for the Disinherited. After making a splash in Maraglen, making your presence known and throwing forward a demonstrable amount of change into the system. You've plumbed the depths of the Valemore silver mine and fought that very lord empowered by dark magics. You recovered abducted miners and began the process of healing a town on the path healing the town set on the path of neglect by its former masters. You walked to the beat of a muffled drum and spread the word of your god, the Dreamtide. You explored your nascent humanity and learned of the pitfalls of end-stage capitalism. You found the depths untouched by the light, and it shone through, bright as the dawn all the same. You ran from your past towards an unsure future, and in searching for a quiet moment to reassess the situation, you found the blue sky around every corner. And so, excuse me, we arrive at the current, where moments after being whisked away from the Valemore estate on the outskirts of Maraglen, south along the Evermarch Road, tucked among a pair of wagons provided by the apparent Lord of Lanterns himself, Athan Thorn, a man whom caused quite the stir at the party when Tome recognized him from a traumatic event from his not-so-distant past. Met between Scylla and Charybdis, bordering on a catastrophe that would have likely led to the untimely death or imprisonment of everyone present, you accepted Thorn's bid for assistance, choosing to align yourself with the Serpent, at least for a time, building your strength and knowledge so you can better be prepared when the chips really do settle. So we arrive at last to what they call the Raymere Road, heading south and west from the Evermarch. Your wagons creak and jostle along less well-maintained pathing than you've grown accustomed to, but it's pleasant enough. It's chilly. It's a mostly cloudless evening, and as you guys press headlong into that biting westerly wind spread amongst a convoy of 3 wagons, 2 at the head, again provided by the Lord of Lanterns, and bringing up the caboose, the Lighthouse, Finlow's wandering tavern. It is roughly around or just before midnight, and your party is making good time westward. Hunter, I believe you had taken a spot on the lead wagon. Melee and Calandra were behind in the second wagon, I think, and Adran was back with Finlow, and I believe we have a map here for that somewhere. Yeah, we sure do. One of these awesome ones here. This is kind of the idea for you. And then our buddy Tome is riding on one of the horses that he more or less absconded with from the town guard stables.
Acquired.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Thank you.
To use Adrian's language, yes.
Heck yeah. So we come to the first metaphorical crossroads. As the wagons ahead of you, ahead of Finn, he's not here right now, so we're just gonna pretend, are prepared and anticipating for a long, exhausting drive through the night. If you guys are planning on stopping for the night to set up camp and rest, you're gonna need to figure that out. And with a quick glance from side to side, as rolling grasslands of the Askale Plains behind you turns into the more prominently rolling hills as we venture closer and closer towards Boreala's hidden coast, you all are forced to realize that while well-maintained, trees cling tightly around the road in spots where, in others, ditches and ruts force you into single file with the wagon train. It's definitely not as maintained. We have gone from a highway to a dirt road, in terms that normal folks can probably relate to. So let's start in the back. We will lump Tome in with this because Mr. Finlow is not here, so he's focusing on driving to the lighthouse. Adran, you're in the back of the lighthouse, and Tome, you're on horseback riding alongside. What are you guys up to right now?
Oh, I'm just kind of consulting my notes on a few other jobs in the area, other things that I've been trying to research to acquire. Was I able to find anything else about that pirate ghost ship I was on about earlier?
Not. It's been quite a few sessions, so I've got some things in my notes that you discovered, but I don't believe we've discovered anything recently.
Okay, then I'm just kind of going over what I've written down so I can kind of commit it and maybe see if I can think of another connection or. So I'm just kind of wasting time going through my notebook.
I gotcha. Tome, what about you out there on horseback? Not bothered at all by the fact that it's cold.
I'm petting my my new horsey friend and using prestidigitation to kind of just like keep his coat like nice, smoothed out and relatively warm. And okay. I'm attempting to think of a name for this. Name for the horse. Like he's like his face his eyes are kind of like half like he can't really scrunch up his eyes, but he's definitely thinking. Well, like it's not coming to him yet.
I feel you.
He's buffering at the moment.
Yeah.
Processing.
After a while, he'll kind of just pull the horse like closer to the cart, just kind of peering towards where Adran is.
And it turns out horses are not intelligent space casters. Sorry, that was a dumb joke.
It seems we are in for a long ride.
Oh yeah, just be lucky you can't feel the cold. I kind of pull my cloak of many fashions around me a bit more. Can I change the material it's made from, or just the color and pattern?
You can't change the actual material, but you can change the appearance and like texture of it temporarily.
Gotcha. I was gonna make it like a thicker wolf fur kind of thing, but no, we're good.
I'll actually allow it. I'll allow it. I think that fur is a material. I've done it before with mine in previous campaigns, so it would be very selfish of me not to allow it.
Cool.
Yeah.
You kind of see it like fuzz out, and I just pull it around me.
Fascinating. That cloak that she gave you is very useful. And then at mentioning her again, he kind of just, not that I've been paying attention to anything
You see Tome's eyes go from purple to a slightly shade of pink.
Yeah, and he kind of shakes his head.
The people just pinhole into these tiny little yellow dots.
Yeah. Technically, I can somewhat. I understand that it is. My body understands that it is cold and such, but I can't. I don't have kind of motions to its hands. I don't have skin.
It's a very pervasive feeling.
It's strange. I never took such things into account until recently. I should also apologize. I feel that I put all of our lives in great danger and essentially put us at the whims of a pirate.
We're all in this together, man. All right, we got you.
Unusual.
I mean, you're a robot that uses magic. I'd say unusual is a pretty fitting term.
Well, it's just
I don't see us running into a lot of run-of-the-mill issues.
It just happened so suddenly. I thought I was prepared for such strong emotions, but it's all so confusing, Adran. my creator, well, And he kind of takes a moment. No, I believe that title is past. My mother spent a great deal of time trying to explain to me emotions. And I thought I understood what they meant, but it's just when actually feeling it is just so different.
It can definitely be very powerful. I'm not going to pretend I know what you were feeling or what you were going through, but I mean, it put us on the next step of this adventure, and adventure and danger usually means treasure of some kind. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. So we'll figure this out as we go, and we'll see where it takes us.
I just never wanted to kill anybody before.
That's all right. His time will come, and we're here to help you with it.
It's just I'm rambling at this point, but it's just so new.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, as Tome kind of rambles, we will shift our attention just to keep with the timelines consistent here. We will shift to the front and go back in time a couple of minutes. And Hunter, what are you up to up there with old blind guy driving the wagon?
Hunter's just kind of is not standing. Hunter is sitting up there, right next to him, crossbow on his lap, kind of keeping an eye out for any danger. Because the woods are a dangerous nightmare place where countless evils may lurk. Not only people, but also monsters and or wolves of any kind. So he has crossbow on his lap, and he is also working on whittling something. And because him and Tome have gotten so close, Hunter is currently working on whittling 2 little wood carvings for him, a little bird and a little bear.
Okay, heck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Those were the 2 animals, right, Tome?
yeah. Oh, the 2 animals that ended up murdering each other were the deer and the bear.
Oh wow.
Deer and a bear, yeah. So he's he's making a carving of a deer and a bear for Tome.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, God.
That's sweet.
I messed up everything. Hold on just a second, guys.
It is pretty fucked up how Tome got his. Oh man.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, cool. There. Hey, Cat, will you move your head for just a second? No.
Ah.
Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right, now.
Oh, Cat, you're saying something, but we're not hearing.
Oh.
I'm not frozen, I promise.
Oh, okay.
She's good.
I keep forgetting to unmute it because I'm eating.
No, you're good. You're good. There's just this weird, if I'm switching between Discord and OBS, there's this weird, like, order of operations that I have to go through, and if I don't, it will freeze everyone's cameras, and it's a bitch.
Oh, lovely.
But roll me a perception check, Hunter, as you're hanging out up there in front of the line and doing a little whittling.
Can I also roll a tool check for the whittling, too?
Absolutely.
So it's a 12 for the whittling.
Hell yeah. Perfectly adequate work you're doing.
And that is a 22 for the perception check.
Hell yeah. The work you're doing is not bad at all. It could be better, and it would be better if you were giving it your full attention, but your eyes are on a swivel, and it's really not as much of a forest out here as there are trees interspersed, mostly along the roadway that look like they've been set up by farmers, previous or current, for windbreak purposes. Here in the wintertime, most of them are skeletal and just branches. There are a few owls that you can see perched up watching you guys as you progress, and occasionally you see the small reflections of maybe a badger or a raccoon or some other small animal in the brush that's darting away and turning its head back to look at you guys, but nothing that seems to be of a threat right now. But you whittle along, and the cool wind blows into your face, and next to you, the old blind guy just seems completely unbothered by it as he just gallops the horse along. And he's not blind, he's just mostly blind.
I think Hunter also forgets that, like, oh yeah, social situation, you're sitting next to someone for a long time, you should probably talk to them. So it's probably a long silence, and Hunter just goes, in his best approximation of small talk, so, have you ever heard of what happened to Aloria?
Yeah?
Oh,
sorry.
did you ever,
Scare me.
did you ever hear about what happened to this old place called Aloria?
That's not a real place.
Oh, I heard it's a fairy tale as well. I don't know. Just, that volcano monster came down and exploded an entire city.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah.
not what I heard. I
What
heard
would you hear?
I heard that there was two giants. There was real big giants, and they had to tug of war, and they pulled so hard that they ripped the whole world in two, and then they stuck it back together.
Well, that's Do you know that owlbears have 3 stomachs to digest their prey?
Oh, I had a friend that was prey. He was a little fella.
What happened to him?
Owlbear.
Oh. Sorry for your loss, mate.
I fucking love this.
Yeah. Yeah, I like you. You're an interesting fella. Where are you from?
Not high enough for this shit.
Oh, I'm from middle of nowhere town. Hold on, I actually forgot what the name of his town was called.
That's cool. He interrupts you anyways.
It is not Pittsburgh.
He interrupts you anyways. And he's like, that's cool. I'm from a town over here. It's called Fairweather. It's a nice town. Hey, you know, God, it's not cold as this there. It's horrible.
Have you ever been?
What?
Have you ever passed through a place called Riven Crossing?
Well, no, I haven't even heard of that place. I lived here my whole life.
Probably far out from here. Honestly, don't even remember where, but for the longest time, the woods have been my home.
Well, that's cool.
You know that there is a in the saliva of the cockatrice. That's what can turn people to stone.
You don't got none of that on you, do you?
Oh, I don't know. It did turn my buddy Kyle into a statue once.
Is he
He's still out there.
Oh,
No, he's still a statue.
oh,
We came back for him. He was gone, so we don't know what happened to him.
writing that shit down. That's a
You
fucking,
abandoned me!
that's a plot. That's a fucking plot and a half. Were you oh shit. That happen often? I don't want to be like standing too close to you if I'm going to turn to stone.
No, I don't turn people to stone. I've only fought one cockatrice before. I actually have its tooth right here. I've had one of its claws right here, but there's no saliva on it. I cleaned it off.
Okay. Well, you can stay here then. And keep me safe with the big gun of yours.
What's a gun?
What crossbow? The thing.
What? But you mentioned a gun. What's a gun?
Don't worry about what old Hob said.
Oh, all right.
Old Hob gets a little
Say, do you know-
senile sometimes.
It's hard to say. Do you know? And then basically every probably every 3 minutes of silence, Hunter just lists off another animal fact.
Oh yeah.
This is his best approximation of small talk.
Oh yeah. Is your mother and Hob up there in the front wagon, behind in the wagon between the lighthouse and yours? Melee and Cal, what are you all up to as you guys ride along through the night? Besides
Melee's-
chewing. Ha 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 ha.
What is in this wagon?
It's just it's a carriage more than anything, with a hardtop carriage with actual sides so that it's protected from the elements. The window, there's like small slit windows and that have like panes of glass in them in the doors. On either
Right, yeah,
side.
she's
Like, because it's kind of like
Melee's-
a two benches situation.
yeah. I was gonna say she's laid down on one of the benches, just softly practicing on the lyre.
Oh yeah. Why don't you
How
kick-
bumpy is this road? Is it pretty smooth or is it pretty rough?
It's definitely more rough than the Evermarch was. It's not as well traveled and it's not as well maintained, so it's not unpleasant and it's not to the point where it's a danger to the wagons, but it's not smooth necessarily. Bumping. It's the gravel road.
Do you think someone could draw,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
while riding in the wagon?
We'll find out. Roll me a d20 and add your performance modifier.
Hey.
What you get?
1 second, sorry. I was just looking at my
Oh,
performance.
what's Calandra on?
I get a 16.
Hey.
Yeah, not bad at all. You're doing a decent job. What are you drawing?
She's just sketching out kind of what's in front of her. So Tome on the horse with the back of the wagon.
Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Right about now, just want to be clear about something. So, Tome, you're kind of like between the two wagons right now, kind of like talking to Adran and whatnot.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm kind of just floating in between the wagons, just just keeping alert because I don't need to sleep whatsoever.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I still need to be motionless, but my consciousness is shut off.
In the moments where you are required to be single file, how do you fit in? Do you snug in behind the lighthouse or in the middle of the group?
I'd actually probably make my way to the front where Hunter's at.
Okay.
Like leading the pack is because I got the most mobility.
I gotcha. So as you guys are making your way along, you come to a point where the road splits comes to a little bit of a Y intersection, and it is one of those points where it's quite tight. This time, actually, as there's a rocky outcropping on one side and some trees on the other. As you guys make your way around this corner, the wagons keep their path forward. Not taking the small detour off to the side that looks like it's very poorly maintained and is likely just a farm road of some type. So about this time, that would put you kind of towards the front. I'm gonna go over to a scene real quick. That's probably good enough where I got you there. So, cool. Finn isn't here right now, but Finn is here. So he's driving the lighthouse along, or guiding it along, I believe is the proper term. He's got a scarf around his face to block out the dirt. It's not his first rodeo driving in a wagon train. As the wagons are moving, Adran, you start to hear as well the thundering of hoofbeats over the grinding and creaking of wagon wheels and the plodding along of the few hooves in your all's retinue. And before,
I'm gonna turn around.
I got you. Behind you, you see a large number of riders coming up, and they're all seem to be wearing leather jackets that have been dyed white with red borders around them. Some of them you can see glints of a golden badge on their shoulder. One of them goes up alongside Finlow, and loud enough that you can hear it, says, 2. We were told to expect 2. Are they in those? Don't see what's going on now, but Tome behind you. Tome, want to roll me a perception check?
Sure.
Because you're outside the wagon.
Let's find out if I'm actually paying attention or thinking about what to name my horse.
I'll name you Triceratops.
Should I roll?
Triceratops.
Should I roll at disadvantage since I'm a little far away?
Sure,
Perfectly,
yeah, if you want to, go ahead. Because you're outside the
11.
wagon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 12.
Okay. And Hunter, or Tome, what'd you get?
11.
11. Perfectly average. Tome, you're taken by surprise, and Hunter, you don't quite hear it yet, because again, there is just a lot of noise from the road and whatnot. But you do maybe start to pick up on the sounds of hoofbeats, and maybe start to think that there might be a few too many around, so that you're starting to be more on alert for sure. As Adran, you see the riders behind you surge forward, surrounding you guys, like almost like in a guardly presence. And as they pull up alongside your wagon, Melee and Cal, there is, you can see just flashes of motion outside the little slit of a window. Cal, you're looking at Tome, and you see a flash of movement that catches you off guard. As Tome, you see this rider go past you, a big, burly, orcish man. And really quickly, Cal, do you... Melee as well, you're more than welcome to. If you guys would mind, would you both roll me a perception check?
It'll be a 15.
15? Okay.
Lots of rolls,
Might be
like
me.
a 1 with like a 1 number difference.
Right. Cal's not bad. 16. Okay. So you're not going to be able to see much. Even with those rolls, they're quite good. Cal, it's nighttime as fuck out there, so it's like real hard to see what's going on. But you both can hear quite well. You can both hear the voice that says from outside the wagon, Ethan Thorne, the Golden Viper sends her regards. And you see movement, but Finn gets to see the whole show as this guy hefts a big crossbow up from the other side of the saddle. And Cal and Melee, if you ladies would not mind participating in a game of rollies, will you both give me a d20? We're going to see which one gets shot at.
The Golden
Well,
Viper
one.
sends his
I think it's me.
Oh, God. I think it's me.
What'd you get?
She
I
got
think it's me.
a 1.
I got a 1.
And better to have that nat
Oh,
one
no.
out the way.
Oh, no.
Better to have it out the way now.
Boy, thankfully, he's rolled like god dang dog shit, and there is a partial cover opponent with that door being there. But yeah, Melee, you're sitting there relaxing, maxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside the school, when all of a sudden there's an explosion of wood as a massive crossbow bolt flies in and digs itself into the wall of the side of the carriage. Let's roll initiative, guys.
Hey.
And I will bring us over to well, hold on a second. Don't click anything yet, if it's not too late, because I know that I don't want to fuck your all's rolls over.
Mr. Horse, no!
Because y'all are about to get your asses ambushed.
Oh, that's not good.
Wait, hold on. How do I update my sheet again?
You should be updated as of, like, the beginning of tonight. Like, you should be, like, super current. But now you guys are good to roll initiative. You just have to find your thing in the crossed swords tab. And
Sorry, should we have rested? Or, because we already leveled up, right?
You have leveled up anything that you have used spell slot wise or damage that you have taken previously.
Ooh,
we have
one.
not had a long rest yet.
I got a 2
Like
on my initiative.
A spell slot.
Yeah, you're good there though. That's fine.
5!
Oh yeah. Let me roll these idiots real quick.
Just gonna...
Let me know when you want mine.
Bandits.
Oh wow, we are rolling great initiative.
Hey, Hunter got a 31.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Because
gonna
Hunter...
get used to it, guys. It's gonna keep being a thing.
Yeah.
Adrian, I'm gonna click yours for you because you are off of.
Initiative.
You got a nat 20, Adrian.
Oh, sweet. That's better than what I rolled.
And Finn is gonna get a. Cool. That I think is everybody. Let's get that over here. Pop that out so I can
Hand it hard there. Jesus Christ.
put that there because that's a good place for it. And then, so no second prize with a 31. One second. I really should get used to saying this, but leading us off is Hunter. You're situated up here in the front wagon, and in this moment, the mostly blind fella Hob next to you, driving the wagon on, seems oblivious, but there is that wrongness behind you and that sound of hoofbeats that's telling you that something is wrong. And then you hear the familiar, unforgettable, unmistakable sound of the click and thrum of a crossbow bolt. And as your body is prepared to spring into action, your muscles drawing energy from their reserves, even after this long day, in this moment of possibility, you're elsewhere. You're back amidst the harsh streets of Rivers Crossing once more. It's a cold night, colder here than any you'd find later in life down on the coast. The cold would be the worst of it, but how could it be when loneliness was so pervasive? And not the loneliness of being alone, because while you crept those streets by your onesie, you always had the shadows with you. This loneliness was more profound, more universal, the kind of lonely that a lonely stomach has. And for a growing boy of 11, 12 years old, that hunger is so profound. So, Hunter, will you give me a stealth check as you make your way down an icy alleyway towards Colson's Bakery? And in this situation, it's important to note that you are a commoner. Will you roll that with a d20?
Yeah, absolutely. I got a 15.
A 15? Oh yeah, perfect. You're good. You know the guy, you know the way. Or at least you know of him by reputation. Isolation being what it is. But brand loyalty was a thing even in your small community and your family. At least for a time. And Colson's pastries were the best in town. Do you remember why they were the best in town, Hunter? Feel free to roll history if you're foggy.
I think, if this is a night that I'm thinking of, this is when he was 11. This night has ran in his memories throughout every single waking moment of his life. So I think in this moment, it is late, it's in the evening, Hunter stealthing through the streets in this moment, truly never, he's never been let out of his room, he's never been let out of the burgermaster's house.
Let me help you out with that. So we're about a year into this.
Okay.
So we're getting to that point where we're about to have to do some other stuff, but right now we're just urchining it. Right now we're going with what we know and what's familiar.
Gotcha.
But still, the question remains: do you remember why best pastries in town?
I think in this moment, it's just he knows that this is a place where he can get food.
Hell yeah.
And that is easy enough.
Hell yeah, that brand loyalty persists. And I think for free, I'll tell you too, that the reason that loyalty is so strong is because Brett Colson does not suffer the sale of expired product. If he were to sell a loaf of stale sourdough, people would talk. And I think, Hunter, in a small town, you know better than most the danger of words and the damage they can do when spoken behind someone's back. But that means that Colson's often has a waste box full of mostly fresh bread every night. It's too cold for anybody to be out this late, Hunter, as you make your way stealthily through the streets. Even the couple of Crown's Guard are wrapped up toasty and warm in their watch barracks up on the north side of town. You kind of run the streets here at night. These are your shadows. The trauma of those first few months, now mostly numbed to the imagination of a boy left to his own devices. Are things bad? Of course they are. They could likely not be much worse. But we always make do. So we make our way through Coal Chute, down Riven Gulch, over to, at last, Sweet Air Valley, where our prize awaits. And rounding a corner, ahead of you, the waste box of Colson's Bakery, 15 feet away. Perfect. Except for one thing. About 15 feet opposite the box is your arch nemesis right now, Crag Snarl. He's been your rival for a few months now out here on the mean streets of Rivers Crossing, and you know, somewhere deep down inside, that brave, cold little boy, there is a little boy who knows that if he doesn't eat, he might not make it another cold night like this one. And he knows that Crag Snarl intends to gorge himself. So, facing down your first monster, your mighty blade in hand, which, by the way, is a sick-ass stick or a cudgel or a piece of metal, you move in. And the thing about ignorant people is when their intolerance and misunderstanding drives them to act rashly, chasing a boy into the shadows. They never expected him to make a home there, to be welcomed by those shadows. So Hunter, their folly is now present in the dark of the night that surrounds your carriage here, as your eyes snap open at the top of initiative, scared no longer, alone no longer, a Gloomstalker Ranger. What do you do?
Hunter, I think, remembers one of those first nights after being ran out of town, and kind of sneaking back in, trying to find places where he knows there would be food, feeling in that moment of like not only the pain and suffering of being stuck in the shadows, but after what he's heard from Nixus now, how the shadows are a blessing. Something just in Hunter's mind snaps and becomes basically one with the darkness here. I am going to, so Hunter's going to hop on top of the wagon.
Perfect. It's a hard top wagon, so you have no problem standing up there. Give me just
Hunter,
a real quick acrobatics check just to maintain your balance up here.
Perfect. That's a 15.
Perfect. Good enough.
Hunter just kind of parkours, like clambers up there, uses his long spindly limbs. Do I have a good view of a lot of the people?
Oh, hell yeah.
Here?
As a Gloomstalker, you have a perfect view of almost everyone that's not occluded by a wagon. You can clearly see the 4 guys up on top of the cliff face that's maybe 15-20 foot up that have set up with crossbows in hand, aimed down at the wagons. And you see a couple guys over here, and you can hear the ruckus, and you likely know that there are more on the other side of the wagons that you can't quite see even from your vantage point. I'd say you can probably see this guy way back here.
Amazing. Yeah, because I think I have a 90 feet of dark vision, so yeah.
Yeah.
I have 90 feet of dark vision, so I can see everything. Minus that guy, but Hunter sees the most threatening individual, and is going to drop a hunter's mark on the pirate captain.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe you have eyesight on him. I think the elevation difference in the wagon is blocking your sight on him. You could probably scooch to the back of the wagon and get a little bit better view on him.
Like right there?
Like
right
towards the back corner right there. Yeah.
Hunter will do that. I still have movement for that.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Totally doable. There you go.
So, Hunter, still learning Forge.
Oh,
I've been using it for over a year now, but
you are
Hunter kind of like scampers up and slides over, drops a hunter's mark on him, eyes glowing with that like coal fire burning in focusing that hate and that heat onto him, and is going to make 2 attacks. And I'm going to, first turn of combat, I have I get to make an extra attack.
Hell yeah, you do. Yeah, go for it, man. Go.
16 for the first one.
16 for the first one. 16 just hits. Hell yeah. Or not just hits, it hits.
All right. And then 22 for the second.
22 definitely hits. Roll some
right,
damage.
So, oh boy, I have so many dice here. 2d10, 2d6, and a d8. Oh, and 4 because humanoid favorite enemy.
It's such a freaky fucking choice. Like, yeah, that's my favorite. That's what I hunt.
Bounty hunters, man.
Hey, in this moment, hunt them.
Hey, I'm all about a ranger with humanoid. That's a bounty hunter right there.
Exactly.
And that's what he got hired to do.
Yeah, take urban environments as your
Oh my
favorite.
god. Okay,
Walk into a
so
settlement and make bank.
This guy's about to get hurt.
He's gonna get hurt.
oh yeah.
That's like, oh jeez.
Heavy crossbow, man. It's a.
That's
That is 38 damage to him.
Holy shit! Hell yeah! That is a hefty hit. As your spell takes hold and funk, your crossbows fire off, and then funk again. He takes 2 strong hits, one in the clavicle, one right below it.
I think that at this beginning of combat, even though no one can see it because, again, one with the darkness and even people with dark vision can't see him, there was like shadow wisping off of his person, and as he takes aim, the bolt is like wreathed in this shadowy energy as well.
Hell yeah!
And that will end my turn.
That was freaking dope, though. That is amazing. So that was your turn. That brings us to a bandit. And that would be this one right here. He is going to... he just watched your crossbow bolt shoot at his boss. So he is going to... And just for... posterity's sake, all of these bandits that are on the ground are on horseback. The ones that are up on the cliff are not. He's going to move to this side of the wagon and shoot a crossbow at you, Hunter.
Alright.
That is a...
AC 16.
Yeah, that's a natural 2 on the die for a big old miss as it goes wide. And that's his turn. That is his turn done. Then that brings us to his buddy. This bandit is that one. And he's going to also follow shoot and shoot a crossbow at Hunter because Hunter's a target he can see. That is much better, but I don't know that it's going to do it. That is 12. That is a 15, so that is also a miss.
Just
You can hear the air go by your ear. That brings us to this bandit, and he is this one that's way back here. He is gonna reposition up here, and that's just gonna be his action. You know, actually he is gonna hold an attack and that's him. Then that brings us to Adran. You are up, sir. Adran, at the top of your turn, we find ourselves on another, more distant moonlit night, far to the west, within the opulent walls of the estate of Lord Adran something or another of the Porters Union, you think. That stuff's boring, and you're a 16-year-old boy who likes to make your way out of a party instead of be in the middle of all that ruckus. So as you make your way out onto a second-story balcony with gilded railings guarding the 10-foot, 15-foot space with massive columns rising high from the end, wrapped with stone vines connecting to the balcony above. While inside, the party rages. Outside, it's a little bit peaceful, at least. Full of loud, excessive people, though, inside. You'd think that being born into money was awesome. And I mean, in some ways, it's hard to deny it. Those elves and their 80,000 thread count sheets, man. Freaking crazy. But aside from the obvious creature comforts that anyone can, and most in fact do go without on the daily throughout most, if not all of their lives, wealth really just became a burden of rules. What you could do, what you couldn't do, one of those lists is far more substantial, as many things would be considered beneath your station. And damn it if those weren't the things Adran liked most. Do you want to make me a perception check as you kind of scan over the party over your shoulder, Adran?
I can do that. Oh, 8.
8? Eh. It's a loud party, though, and you're pretty confident. You're pretty confident that there is no one paying attention to you. And that's kind of the way it goes at these parties. All ass kissing and deal making and a lot of drinking. It's the type of thing where you ponder from time to time, why do they even bring you? And the likely answer is it's probably a trophy thing. But, as it were, speaking of trophies, the Lord Who's-Its of What's-It is a famed collector of antiquities, and has a famously off-limits gallery, and that gallery is famously right above you, Adran. Would you make me an acrobatics check? And again, you're a commoner in this moment, so this is just to be a flat d20, but
Okay.
I think Adrian's always been a lean kid, so you can add 2 to this.
Okay. Got a 15.
15. That is, again, perfectly serviceable. You deftly climb the vine-wrapped pillars, and as you do, you can't help but imagine what treasures await you. Golden normal shit, probably. That was kind of their thing, rich folks. They love...
Oh, no. This is off limits. There's something up here.
Yeah, but man, it's hard to deny rich people love gilded toothbrushes and mirrors and combs and weird shit. That they never...
They show that stuff off. They show that off. If there's something off limits, this is going to be different or weird in some kind of way.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But it's so weird, too, to have all those weird gilded stuff and then to show them off but not ever use them. It's so mind-boggling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as you alight on the balcony, you see, unfortunately, instead of doors, a large window. But those same pillars climb up to the roof. What you want to do, Adran?
Oh, let's see. I can't get through the doors. Can I see from where I'm at? Can I see into the room, like especially up to the ceiling? Could I see if there's like an opening from the roof?
Yeah, for free, without, because it's clearly visible inside the room. There is a massive golden chandelier with crystal adornments hanging from it, and above it, 2 skylights on the pitched roof.
Oh yeah, we're going for the skylights.
Hell yeah. You want to give me one more of those flat d20 plus 2 acrobatic checks?
Yeah, I can do that.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where that one rolled, so let's grab a different one.
Sometimes it'd be that way.
Right. All right, it's another 15.
Another 15. Hell yeah. Again, without any issue, you'll definitely climb. And man, it's crazy how people like to clump thieves together when they really shouldn't. There's those that steal to survive. That's one thing. An admirable thing. There are those that steal for profit. And another thing that is admirable and, if not a little bit reprehensible by some standards, but yeah. And then there's Adran, though.
It's fun. I like to see if I can do it.
It's that, like you mentioned, the weird, right? The artistry behind it too.
There's got to be a story to what's here, and
hell yeah.
Like I don't like the stuffy parties. That's my parents were always all about that. They're always trying to show me off in these social settings, and I don't like the noise. I don't like the crowd. I don't like boring, and they think money can get so many things, but there's a lot of things money can't get, and I like trying to go for those things.
Hell yeah. those things. That's what those things, the MasterCard's there for.
Exactly.
But yeah, exactly, man. It's the thrill of it. It's the doing. It's the Nicolas Cage and Gone in 60 Seconds syndrome.
Yeah, spending money on something's the easy way to get it. I want to see if I can earn it.
Hell yeah. So, heck yeah. As you make your way deftly onto the rooftop, you are met with the skylight looking down into the gallery. You see gleaming bits and bobs and cabinets and displays that line the walls and create islands on the floor. Give me a perception check, Adran. Again, flat d20 for this.
That is a 12.
12. The moonlight is shining down, reflecting off of the glass, and it has got a glare to it, so it's kind of hard to see, but it's still not bad. Right there in the middle, you see you're weird, you see you're different, you see you're cool. In a long display case, a simple but old sword with a thick curved blade and a golden wire-wrapped guard around a silver hilt. It's elegant, deadly, but gentlemanly.
Oh, you can't see, but I'm pinching my nipples so hard right now.
Hell yeah. Looking over at the skylight, you can tell that it is one that opens, and it does not appear to be locked or latched entirely closed.
Ooh. Oh, I think I'm gonna try for it. I'm gonna look. Is it rigged in any way? Is there any kind of
Doesn't
like if
appear
I
to be.
open this, am I cool? So I'm gonna open it and hope that no one but me knows it's open.
Hell yeah. Roll me just an acrobatics check real quick. Again, d20, you can add the +2 to this one.
Oh, that's a nat 20, baby.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. You land like a little kitty cat, but somehow also quiet as a mouse. And we all know that a cat mouse is a Pikachu somehow. Anyways, the case is right there in front of you, and Adran, knowing that this room is locked and off limits, for free, I'll tell you that there is no keyhole on the front of that display case.
Oh. All right, so I'm gonna. Let's see. Am I wearing like a jacket or a loose shirt of any kind? Like,
Yeah.
do I have like a cloth that I could?
You definitely, I think, have. At 16 years old, I think you've definitely well come into your jacket phase that you've not left at all in life. So definitely, you're wearing not your traditional red leathers, but a more fine and noble long coat.
It's something my mom made me wear to this stupid party.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's got enough of it. So I'm gonna take the jacket off, and I'm gonna drape it in my hand so I can kind of keep from putting any oil from my hands or any identifiable fingerprints on the glass. And I'm gonna try and like lift the case up and off the sword. Is it? Or open the case, or however I gain access.
Hell yeah, easily enough. You, with your hands protected with your jacket, you're able to lift the display case, and its hinges are well maintained and hold the case lid up, with the sword sitting inside, resting on a bed of dark gray crushed velvet.
I'm gonna grab it.
Hell yeah. You pick it up. It's balanced perfectly in your hands. It feels light. It feels swishy as you draw it from the sheath. The blade is pristine.
Yes, it does.
And at that exact moment, you hear a sound of a key being inserted into the gallery door. You have essentially a turn here. What do you do in this moment, knowing that someone is about to come in through that door?
Is it possible for me to go back up in any way?
I will say that running off of the energy of your last nat 20, give me an acrobatics check with advantage.
Actually, no. Actually, I have a better idea that we don't have to monkey fuck around with that for. So I'm gonna look to the door that I hear the lock turning on, and I'm gonna run to the back, the other side of it, so that when the door opens, I'm behind it.
Okay, hell yes, I love it. You take that first step towards the door. You remember the words that you heard.
I grab my jacket. I have my jacket.
Yeah, for sure. You hear the words. Remember the words that you heard somewhere. You don't remember.
Actually, no. I'm an idiot 16-year-old. I accidentally left the jacket. I set it down with the case and I grabbed the sword.
I gotcha. I love it. Hell yeah.
I'm not a good thief yet.
But you do remember the first lesson of a thief. You heard it from somewhere, you don't know where, but you remember it, clear as a bell in this moment. If you let the world tell you no, you're never gonna get what you want. And with those words, Adran, for free, hearing the commotion of horses and the sound of the crossbow, using your second story work feature, you've made it easily over the piles of crap in the back of Finlow's wagon, up to the bench next to him. It is the start of your turn with your full movement available to you, Adran Starflower, acquisition specialist. But we all know you're really just a fancy thief. What you doing?
All right, I'm actually going to stay kind of. So if I'm in the back of the wagon, would I be able to see anything, or do it instead of climbing up onto the bench with Finlow?
100%. The sides of the wagon for his wagon are not windowed at all, unfortunately.
Okay. I can kind of see out the front.
Yeah, you can definitely see out the front.
Okay, can I see the one that Hunter damaged?
Yes.
All right, bonus action hide, so I can be stealthy, and then from there I'm going to shoot from the stealth with advantage to the same target.
Roll me just a regular Adran style stealth check to hide there for that bonus action.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, it's not good. My dex is dex and proficiency. That's going to make it an 11.
11. Heck yeah. You feel fairly hidden because his attention is solely not on you. It seems like they did not clock the lighthouse as a threat in this moment, so go for it.
Cool. Ooh, it's 6 plus 6. Does a 12 hit?
Does a 12 hit? A 12 just misses, unfortunately.
Ah, damn it. All right, I'm gonna just stay in the wagon where I'm at. I'm assuming I have cover pretty well because it's like a window at the front of the wagon, or
definitely. There's definitely you definitely have some additional cover to your AC at this moment. For
Perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit tight.
Hell yeah. That brings us to your buddy Finn, who's sitting right next to you. And I normally don't do this, but there are a lot of bad guys, so I will do a Finn thing. And he's gonna... he's gonna do a... what's he got? Fails. He's got Firebolt. We're gonna cast Firebolt. He's going to shoot a firebolt at the guy behind the one that shot at you guys. And that's going to be fan, spell, firebolt. Normal. Finn rolls an 11. These guards have an AC of 12 and just misses. Guards, these bandits. So Finn's firebolt goes wide. That is that. And does Finn have a bonus action? He does, but I'm going to let him use that and not do it myself. So that is him. Brings us to a bandit who is up there, and he is going to... he is going to shoot down at your all's wagon blindly, because that seems to be what he was told to do. That's a double 19's at disadvantage. He's going to shoot into the wagon, and this is a percentile on hitting somebody. He misses, but you guys see another crossbow bolt thunk into the wagon from above, splintering wood everywhere. That brings us to this bandit, who is that one. He is also going to shoot into the wagon. He's going to miss, though. It hits the wagon, but doesn't shoot hard enough to actually penetrate the wood. That brings us back to the pirate captain. Who is going to let's see here. What's he gonna do? He's gonna turn his head and shoot towards Adran and Finlow. That will be does a real quick, actually, Adran, roll me a d20, just a d20 against Finn's d20 to see which one of you guys gets this.
17.
He got an 11, so Finn is going to take the crossbow shot, which will be 10 points of damage to Finlow as a crossbow hits him and does a good wallop into the little guy. That is the pirate captain's turn. That brings us to this guy who he's not in a good position and he can't really see you, Hunter, so he's going to turn around and shoot at Finlow as well. He's going to roll a 5 and miss completely. That brings us to melee. You are up, ma'am.
Is the orc guy's the one who shot at us, right?
Yeah.
First, at least?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Melee's gonna sit up and look out the window, and then Namoros goes zooming out and spins around the guy's head and says, you chose the wrong caravan, buddy, and put a hex on him.
Hell yeah. Which stat are you hexing on him?
I guess strength.
Strength hex.
Do I get to... Oh, no, you can't click on him. And then he's gonna start laughing maniacally after that, and as his mouth is open laughing, a dark purple glow builds up in it, and then an Eldritch Blast shoots out.
Eldritch Blast! Roll that shit.
12?
12 misses, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be it for me then.
That'll be it for you. Cool. Cal, you're up next. Don't you point your finger at me.
Sorry, David was getting ice, and I figured you didn't want to see it. Or you didn't want to hear it.
Oh, I want to see it. I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to see this. You really don't. You want to come in frame and show him, weirdo? Okay, didn't think so.
He has a penchant for.
I hope you all didn't hear that.
He has a penchant for briefs. You're
all
up,
right.
Cal. The door to the wagon is closed currently, but you have the ability to open it for free without taking your action.
What side is the door on? Oh, is that what these little drawings on the side are?
No, those are horrible wheels, but the doors are on both sides. Interesting point.
Okay, so it's that kind of carriage. Okay.
But it's also important thing to note is a carriage that 6 seconds into the fight has not stopped moving yet. So you are traveling at a slow pace, but traveling. Just keep that in mind.
Got it. She's gonna fire one of her darts. She's gonna open the door and fire one of her darts at the.
Well, hold on. Before you get there, I want to pick on you too. So hang on just a second. Because as we look out, in a flash, your muscles burn and your fingers strain and your palms scream as you deftly grab one of the exposed bits of ribbing and slinging yourself forward with momentum until the wind blows freely through your hair, and in a quiet moment of time, you're soaring through the open air with nothing beneath you, save for a 30-foot fall down to the unfinished deck of the cargo hold below you. Do you want to roll me an acrobatics check? This is also just a commoner's acrobatics check, so you can roll this with +2 because you have been training, but this is just a flat d20 +2. Sorry, what was that?
That was an 8.
8? Ooh, awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Your hands slap the beam of the rib harder than it should. I guess you overjuiced it just a little bit on that swing, and you scrambled desperately to find purchase with your fingers. Can you roll me a quick dexterity saving throw? Again, this is just a flat d20, and we'll add a +2 to this.
$14.
14. Hey, not bad, not bad, not bad. But not enough. As your fingers strain and fail to find purchase, you close your eyes and fall for a quiet moment, bracing yourself for the imminent impact when a strong, lithe forearm grabs yours. And with a yank, your fall is arrested. Looking up, you see Marley, your friend, and I know this name is very similar to Melee, but it is not. This is Marley, which is just slightly different. Your friend, your mentor, your self-defense teacher, she hoists you with some effort onto the planks of the still under construction deck. The sounds of gulls cawing ever present, as the pounding of hammer and the sawing of wood and the swearing of sea salts. From behind you, you hear the soft footfalls of Marley approaching. She's wearing a simple white tunic laced up the sides with the sleeves removed, but hemmed and straight. Her short cropped hair black enough to reflect the sunlight. And while small and diminutive, you know that she's not unskilled, and that she keeps a small push dagger in her belt. She points across the water, past the dry dock that you all have been training in. You see a long pier where goods are loaded and offloaded before being shipped elsewhere in the Commonwealth. Can you make me a perception check, Miss Whitlock?
Just a d20?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry.
Hey.
Sorry, your camera's being all glitchy. What was the roll?
A natural?
Oh, no shit. Hell yeah.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
I don't know why the cameras were playing evil. You see a large group of stevedores that are unloading large crates from, with that roll, is the Isadora, one of the first hulls that was laid down by your father. There's a man walking down the pier calmly towards them, his hands clasped behind his back, but from this distance, even with a natural 20, you can't tell much about him, aside from the fact that he looks well-dressed and carries himself with that kind of air of nobility that you've grown accustomed to from practically everyone. Marley looks to you and says, "Follow quietly," and without another word hops down from the deck 10 foot, landing like a cat on the scaffold below. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Cool. So you hop down. She leads you down a series of ramped planks to the pier below, her eyes never looking down at her feet as she navigates boxes and crates and gaps that give even you pause. Her eyes never leaving the man as he approaches the group, maybe 30 or 40 feet away now. One quiet moment, and some of them will be gone forever, all in the flesh. The law proposes that we avenge their hypothetical demise with appropriate candor, but this is reactionary. This comes at a cost. And by now, you guys are... I need a stealth check, actually. So you roll me a d20, and you can roll +2 on this, Cal.
That'd be 11.
11? Hey, respectable. There's a lot of noise out here going on the docks, so it's not that big of a deal. Hell yeah. So, as you make that stealth check, your pace is increasing, following hers, but her words remain just a whisper. What is life worth to you, Calandra?
What is a life worth? It's worth a lot.
This is why we have the
It's-
mandate. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, she's not really.
That you're running. It gotcha. And she says, "This is why we have the mandate. You have learned impartiality, pragmatism, and accountability." And she reaches behind her back as she's running, and she slides the dagger from its sheath, nestling it between her index and middle finger, making a fist. Today, we learned efficiency and covert action. And as 20 feet ahead of you, the man raises both of his arms and green energy surrounds his hands. Just before she breaks into a sprint, she looks over her shoulder. He has likely protected himself with magic. The moment he casts a spell requires his full concentration. Hit him then, hit him hard, and his spell will break. And she breaks off at a dead sprint. So, Calandra Whitlock, agent of the mandate and monk of the open hand, you take a quiet moment and act, with her words ringing in your ears still, all the way back on that bloody afternoon, when your willingness to act outside the law saved the lives of 12 men. Throw your dart.
Hit him in the face.
Cool. I'll do my best. $13.
13 just misses. We're just tickling around him. Throw your dart out. You do still have your bonus action. You can make another attack if you want, but you gotta leave the wagon. You want to be a ballsy?
I don't know. With my rolls tonight, I'm a little afraid to try to jump on his horse.
Hey man, that's dope monk shit.
Oh, dope! That's dope! That's dope as hell!
Dope monk shit. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Ooh.
No. Acrobatics of 11 is more than enough to clear the few feet from his. I'm also going to take a screen.
Okay.
Oh man, I almost got a chance to take a screenshot of your face frozen in the middle of that. It was, but yeah, so you jump, make your attack.
Punch him in the face, cat.
Flurry of blows.
Hell
Backhand him in the.
Hell yeah.
Backhand that motherfucker. Yeah!
First hit with your flurry of blows is a success for 8 points of damage. Hell yeah, roll another. You got one more. Ooh, yeah, 19 definitely hits. Hell yeah, roll some damage.
I'm trying. It's not letting me click on it.
Oh, you're
because
doing
that thing's
fine.
in the way.
You're doing fine.
And a 9.
9 points of damage. That is he's gonna make a dexterity saving throw to try and stay on his damn.
Now I'm right behind him.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw as well, ma'am, with your normal big girl stat block?
Hooray!
20. Oh.
Fuck yeah. So, roll me a d6 also. Four points of damage.
4.
This man is still alive, but as you open up the door to the wagon, throw your dart at him. I'm frozen now. Hold on a second. I gotta figure out which one of these bad boys I am. Cancel. There we go. Cool. Alright. Now Cat's frozen. No, she's not. I saw her blink. Okay, cool. Yeah, you open the door, throw your dart, you whiff it. That's okay. You plant your feet and you launch off the bottom of the wagon. Though still moving about 5 miles an hour, you land on the saddle, on his lap, with one knee into the freaking chest, one more knee into the chest. He goes off the horse. You stay on. He falls off.
Hell
He
yeah.
is a bloody mess on the ground. We're gonna say, for thematics, behind you. He avoided being trampled by the guy that's right behind you, but yeah, he is off on the ground and really not looking good. Hell yeah. Anything else for your turn, Cal? You're on the back of a horse. You got a little bit of movement left, but that guy is kind of in melee with you.
I guess I'll probably turn around to face the correct way on the horse.
Hell yeah.
Try
I
to
got you.
anyway.
You're good. You're good. That brings your turn
Do you
to...
really want to be riding a horse backwards? Does it sound like a good time?
I mean, it sounds like a fun time to me. This bandit up here on the ridge can't quite see you now because of your shenanigans. He's going to fire at the wagon. And with it, again, another thud into the wagon above you, melee. But he rolls like dog poopy. This one here is... Which one are you? This one, way back here. This one here is going to get ballsy, and he's going to come up next to the lighthouse, and
No!
jump on
The
the
boots!
roof of it.
Oh, that was gonna be my move in a few. Oh,
And
Dude, you guys.
so
You get a
he's
sword.
above you
oh,
right
I'm,
now.
I'm taking it personal.
Yeah, he's definitely above you, Adran. But that is his action to do so.
Can I hear his boots land on the roof?
For sure. With a heavy
Sword fight.
thud.
Sword fight on top of a train. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hell yeah. Then
Did
this.
Discord just freeze?
What's that?
Sounds like you were on the end of the freeze.
Discords does that every once in a while and has a fit.
Yeah.
Are you there?
It was weird. It was just like, why is it so quiet?
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I clicked over and it was like RPC connecting and stuff. I guess
Oh.
I was the only one.
Yeah, probably for this time. Which is crazy because last week it happened to all of us simultaneously.
Right.
But anywho, this bandit here is going to take a shot at you, Hunter. You said 16 was your armor class? He rolled a natural 3. So you hear an arrow go soaring by. These guys, there's a lot of them, but they're not great. This one here is going to shoot down at you, Cal, with a natural 7. He's also going to miss. Wow, bandits are having a bad time. Tome, there's a lot of shit going on behind you. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. He's like, he was kind of in the middle of thinking names for his horse, and he's like, he kind of just like turns his horse around, sees, kind of squints a bit, sees kind of like vague shadows on the ground. He reaches for his staff, but then remembers he has another way to see in the dark. As he reaches for Helheim at his back, unsheaths that as I now have it is now emitting 30 feet of bright light, and I'm going to uncharacteristically hold up the sword, slash it, and then above this the bandit captain, an arcane ruin appears in the sky as 4 bolts of arcane energy descend from the sky. I cast a magic missile at 2nd level.
I'm going to be completely honest with you and tell you that 1st level will be more than enough for this guy at this point.
Okay, first level. You know what, Jake? Since you're giving me a bone, I'll take it. First, just from the sky, just these like raining at the.
I'll even be even more fair. 1 bolt of that will probably be sufficient. Do you want to roll the first bolt?
Sure.
And give you a chance to direct those other 2 somewhere else.
Okay.
1
That's 2.
plus 2. Okay, he's gonna need another one.
Okay.
Hell yeah. He's
It.
hell yeah. Your rune appears and pum, and he is down in the dust along the side of the road. Where do you want your 3rd one to go?
I'm gonna point it at the one that's nearest to Calandra, and it's just gonna just right before it hits the ground. It stops dead right in front of this guy, the dead man's face. Slowly turns like a shark towards the other guy, and then just like a bullet just whizzes toward him at full speed and hits him in the chest dead on.
Hell yeah, go for it.
That is 4 points of force damage. At the top of my lungs, I'm going to shout out, "Disperse or die!"
Hell yeah. He is.
My turn.
Heck yeah.
And I will.
Oh god.
I will move.
don't know how to do math.
I will move myself and my horsey closer to my friend Calandra.
Cool.
Just standing back to back, like, let's do this, man.
I got you. Pretend like your horse went with you. It's a pain in the butt for me to move it.
Yeah. Also giving my friend, who is a human, the advantage of my sword that has emitting light.
Heck yeah. Perfect. That brings us to the top of initiative. We are at the top of initiative with Hunter on the back of a wagon. At the top of initiative, you're on 31 count. Your wagon is still moving, but it is coming to a stop, Hunter. But you're up.
Amazing. I think. Well, my foundry just crashed. However,
Give her a refresh.
Yeah, the bandit that is closest to me, since the captain is down, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna bonus action, train Hunter's mark on them,
yeah.
and then roll the hit.
Hell yeah, go for it. These guys are a pushover comparatively.
21 to hit. Does that hit?
Sure as shit does.
6. That is 13 damage, the one closest to me.
13 damage to the one closest to you, and he goes down with a mighty blow from that crossbow. Funk. He is dead. Let me find the status for dead. He's dead now.
That'll...
Hell yeah.
I think that's going to have to end my turn.
You got your other attack done, or is that a bonus action dealio?
That was my extra attack is only on the first turn. Every combat.
I gotcha. Hell yeah. A good turn, though. We have one bandit off the table and a bandit captain down as well. That brings us to this one over here who just saw him shoot. You shoot his buddy, the one back here. He's going to hold his crossbow up, steady it, and take a shot at you, Mr. Hunter. That is a 14 to hit. Is a miss, correct? Miss is correct. So that is his turn. That brings us to this one over here is going to... he cannot see Calandra either, and Hunter is a little far for him. So he is going to pass his turn. This bandit here is definitely within Calandra's range, so he's going to come up to you and swing at you with his scimitar that he draws out.
Rude.
Roll a natural goddamn 2. Yeah, he just fucking whiffs it. I just want to hit somebody. Adran, you're up with somebody on the roof.
Alright, so using my bonus action to hide because I'm in the carriage and he can't see me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slowly I'm gonna pull my crossbow, and I'm gonna kind of like pie the corner as I kind of poke my head out, and I'm gonna, as soon as I see him, I'm gonna fire up into him.
Hell yeah, roll some attack.
Alright, and advantage because I'm hidden. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits, hell yeah, it does.
And let's see, my hand crossbow is a D6 plus 4. That's gonna be 9 damage plus my sneak attack. That's an additional 5 as that crossbow bolt goes right up into his scrotum.
Hell yeah, it does. And another one bites the dust. And he falls limply from the wagon as we are on... after your turn and the one after you, Hunter, the wagons come to a stop on the 20 count as well. And the momentum carries his body with a flop. He is down and out. That brings us to with a bonus, unless you want to use your movement, sir.
No, I got nowhere to move to at the moment. I'm just gonna stay on the carriage.
Hell yeah. That brings us to Finlow. Finn is going to Finn is going to start sniping people off of the ridge line. Finn is going to shoot a firebolt. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I hope to God he rolls better. He rolls a 10. Oh my god. And then he's gonna hop back into the carriage with you for a little bit of cover, because he doesn't want to get shot at anymore, and I don't want to explain to him why his character died. Then that brings us to this one. Who's
You see, we needed a meat shield.
This one's gonna look down from the ridgeline and fire at you, Cal, with a fucking natural 1. He's gonna pull a Corvin and roll and hit his buddy that's right behind you, Cal.
Sweet.
So that's a D8, and he rolls an 8 plus 1 for 9 damage. The guy behind you is borderline dead.
Me?
The guy behind you, he is borderline dead. He is.
Get him. Get him.
So that brings us next to this one up on the ridgeline. He's going to shoot down at you as well, Cal. That is a 15 to hit.
I don't think so, but let me double check. No.
Damn it. God damn it, I just want to shoot somebody.
The Viper sends his regards. Oh god, we're all dead.
Right? Pirate Captain is on the ground, and he is going to make a death save, and that is a fail for him. Brings us to this bandit down here, who is seeing bad things start to happen. He's going to come up here and take a shot into the wagon. And he's going to freaking miss. Good God. Finlow's AC is awesome, actually. Melee, you are up, ma'am. You got a whole lot of stuff happening. You can see out the door as well up to the ridge line. You've got a bunch of people shooting down at you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to the other door.
Okay.
And Nemoros flies over the top and moves the hex onto that guy, and then I will Eldritch Blast at him.
Just so this one right here.
Yep, close one.
Heck yeah. He is hexed. Roll some Eldritch Blast. 16 hits for sure.
Alright, 11 force damage.
11 force damage is just enough to do it, Melee. You knock him off his horse. He is, in fact, down. I don't know why I even have my pen out. I don't need it.
Done after that. That was my bonus action. Yeah, I'm done after that.
That was a bonus action?
I moved hex to him with the bonus action.
Gotcha. If you wanted to use your bonus action for something else and not move hex, you're more than welcome to.
No, I needed that damage to kill him.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Heck yeah. Hell of a turn, though. Cal, you're up with one guy right behind you and a shooting gallery aiming down at you.
So there's that guy still behind me. I'm going to try to fire my dart over at him.
Oh, you don't need to. You're in melee with him. You can. It's this guy that's. So you're right here. This guy's right here. Right down in melee with you. So, yeah, you can ignore that roll and you can, like.
Horseback, aren't we?
Yeah, you're on horseback, but you're within 5 feet. You're in whacking distance.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm within swinging distance.
Hell yeah.
Smack him in the face.
Do dumb monk shit.
Ew.
You do that thing where you, like, put a foot in one stirrup and, like, sling the leg across. I feel
I didn't.
I feel generous, and I will let you use that 20 off the first roll. So go ahead and roll some damage.
Punch him in the face.
Hell yeah.
Feed his butt.
10.
Ooh, yeah. 10 damage.
Wow.
He was sitting pretty at 2. He goes down.
Damn.
Off the horseback and onto the ground.
Oh, okay. Is he still alive?
Nope.
He punched his head off.
Okay, cool.
Nope, he is down.
He did.
My foundry is
That part of-
resetting. You still have...
You punched him so hard you put a hole in his stomach.
Hell yeah. You still have your movement and a bonus action.
I guess I'll pull the horse I'm on to drop back by this dude,
Hell yeah.
and I'll do a flurry of blows on him.
Heck yeah.
Is it a 13?
13 hits. Hell yeah, it does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. These guys are shit. There's 10 of them. I can do that because they're shit. 7 damage? Hell yeah, roll your second one.
So there's 7 damage.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Oh, so you have to roll the hit on the second one still. So roll another...
Oh!
Yeah.
Punch him in his face. Roundhouse kick his butt.
And it does. And 6 points of damage does it. That is 2 down in 1 turn, Nick Whitlock. That's fantastic. So he is down. That is a solid turn. Heck yeah. That brings us to Bandit up on the shooting gallery, who just got a good view of Cal. That is a 17 to hit.
To hit me?
Yes, ma'am.
He'll miss.
You'll miss. God dang it. I just want to hit somebody.
All these guys have managed to do is damage the car.
Right?
The poor wagon is getting more damage than...
And it's not even your wagons. This guy up on the ridgeline is going to look down at you, Tome, and he's going to take a shot at you.
The only felony they've committed so far is like destruction of property.
Right. Tome does an 18 hit you.
I even with shield that still hits.
Ah, dang it. Finally I get one. 4. So you only 5 piercing damage to you, Tome.
Like funks. It's kind of scratches off his arm.
Think. Hell yeah. That brings us to you, Tome.
I'm gonna make eye contact with the guy who shot me.
No.
But then I am also going to look towards the captain. And I'm gonna use my big brain. This guy's probably a good source of information for what we're gonna do. So move the horse over here.
But I thought he died.
He did.
Oh, I thought you said he was making death saves.
Yeah, you can make me a perception or medicine check to see if he's still, you think there's still something there.
Sure. I am proficient. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Medicine. That is a 13.
He's making some shallow breaths, but they don't look like they're gonna last.
I'll dismount the horse.
Okay.
And because I'm using the horse's movement on my own, that takes half the horse's movement. And I would like to make a medicine check. I do have good berries, but I don't want this guy to fucking start swinging at me the second he wakes up. I'm going to make a medicine check to stabilize.
Okay, go ahead and make that medicine check.
19.
You are able to staunch his bleeding and use a little bit of acoustic necromancy to preserve life. in this moment. We'll call that stabilizing your action. Anything you'd like to do for bonus action?
I mean, I can't exactly start basically tying him up, but I'll use whatever, like, interaction and stuff like that to start grabbing for the rope.
Okay.
Start tying this man up. I trust my companions.
Totally doable. That brings us to the top with Hunter. You are up, my friend.
Cool. Is there still that one in between the rock and the cart with Melee and Calandra?
This one is down. Wait, no, this one is up still. Yeah, no, he's.
Reason why I'm asking is just because I can't see the map.
Wait, no, he is. You killed that one, didn't you, Melee?
Which one to the left of me?
The one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I just didn't mark him. So this one's dead.
Is the one past him still alive?
This one is dead as well. So basically, you've got the ridgeline, guys. Not basically.
Okay,
that's
I'm
just
gonna
kind
fire.
of what's, yeah.
Cool. Hunter's gonna start firing on the ridge line.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Shift Hunter's mark over to one of them.
Cool, cool, cool. We'll just say the first one if you want to, or if you got one in mind.
Yeah. Again, I can't see the map. Unfortunately, Foundry is not loading for me.
I gotcha. Yeah, we'll just go for the first one then.
12 to hit.
12 definitely hits.
Sweet. That is 20 damage.
Yeah.
No, 22. 22.
He is indeed gone. He's a goner. He's a goner. Dead.
He dead.
That gator dead. Man, that's the thing I say so freaking much. That brings us to this bandit here who is seeing the tide quickly start to shift. He is going to he's gonna come over here and he's going to try to shoot at you, Hunter, but he is let me actually ruler this. You are just in range without him needing to, but he is not proficient, so dark vision is a problem. So, double 15s for 16 to hit, Hunter. I think I lost him.
Hunter, come back!
I don't see him.
That's cool. I get the power of DMing. He is a... good lord, these new these new character sheets are really cool, but also kind of a lot. Armor class, hit points, hit dice. Armor class. I believe it hits. So that will be 3 points of damage to him when he comes back for his turn. Adran, you are up again, sir.
Alright. I'm just gonna poke my head up the front of the wagon again. Actually, no, I'm bonus action hide in the wagon, poke out, and if I can first one in my line of sight, I'm gonna take a shot at.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Alright, that's a 15 to hit.
15 sure it is. Roll some damage.
Nice. It's gonna be 5 plus another 5 sneak attack.
5 plus 5 for 10. He is barely holding on up on the ridgeline, but he is still up. And we'll say that that was this one here on the edge. Anything else for you, Mr. Adran?
You just duck back in the wagon, keep safe.
Gotcha. That brings us to Finn. He's going to do exactly what you're doing. He's going to pop out and take a shot at that one. that you just
hit.
shot at.
Come on, hit. Come on, hit.
Right? I feel horrible for him. He's
on.
gonna hit. Hell yeah.
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 Yay.
Normal damage.
He
Ooh,
did.
and good damage too. And he drops him. Hell yeah. That is him gone. And that's Finn with an AFK kill. That brings us to Bandit, who is freaking out because his friends are all dying. He's going to try to shoot at you, Cal. He's freaking out, though. 18 to hit, Cal?
Yes.
God, I finally got her, guys.
Yeah.
You finally hit someone.
For 4 points of damage, piercing damage to you, Cal. And that brings us to him, who is stable. And that brings us to Melee. You're up, ma'am.
Is that one on the left still up? The one that's like northwest of me?
No, everybody on the left, as well as on the ground level right, has been taken care of. The only ones left are the ones that are above you guys raining arrows down, which you can see from where you're at.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go item interaction, open the door, and step out, and...
Yeah. Oh, okay, I got you actually going out on that side. I got you.
Yeah, and then that one is still up, the left one?
Yes, there
You said
are
all of them up there.
This one here, and this one here, and then this one here are all three up.
Okay, I'll do the top one then. I'll
Okay.
hex him and then take a shot at him.
Heck yeah, go for it.
Oh, a crit.
He is mega dead.
Oh
He gets
yeah.
20 damage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This feels a bit excessive.
Oh yeah, it does.
Nemoros flies over to him and headbutts him and cracks his skull in.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. That was your bonus action to move the hex as well.
Yeah,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
done.
That was fantastic. Cal, you're up, ma'am. They're way up there on the ridge line, though.
Is anyone still alive?
No one down on your
okay.
level.
Well, Tome is stabilizing one.
Got
you probably
it.
don't want to walk over and coup de
This
grace him.
one is
I want to walk
dead.
over and kill him if Tome's trying to stabilize him. I feel like that'd be kind of rude.
Yeah, there are two up there still alive, Cal, that are aiming down at you guys, freaking out properly.
Got it. I'm gonna throw my dart at him.
Okay.
21. I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
All right, 6
For
points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay, hell yeah. It is.
I'm not really got anything I can do as a bonus action, so
Yeah. He is still up, but he is quite injured. And that brings us to this bandit over here. Is he's gonna roll a dice. That's hilarious. He's gonna roll another dice. It's even funnier. He goes to try and run away and falls down the side of this cliff and is gonna eat a little bit of damage. He is almost dead after he gets up onto his knees shakily after falling off the side of the cliff, but he's still up. And he's fumbling for a scimitar at his side, having lost his crossbow in the fall. Then that brings us to Tome. You're up, sir. You just see this guy come tumbling down off the cliff as you stabilize the bandit leader.
As I'm reaching for the rope, I notice him fall pathetically, and I just kind of let out a sigh, like, and then just kind of like get up from the kneeling position. Just kind of 1, 2, 3. Just getting right up into this dude's face. And I'm going to, without looking, hold my hand to this guy. I cast a magic missile at 2nd level.
Oh god.
one dart for each man still alive.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Yep.
Well,
Like,
yeah, let's.
the first
Fucking
three like
cluster
burst
people.
up. Yeah, the first three basically burst toward the sky, and like they zip past the guys on the ridge before doing a U-turn and going right for the back of their heads.
I will again help you out on this one. You just need one dart for the guy on the ground. The other guy up top will eat the rest.
I want the guy who can see me to go down last.
Okay.
So I'll there's one more dude up here.
Yeah, one more up there, and he is not looking great either.
Yeah. So one dart zips up to get to the back of this man's head. That is 4 points of force damage.
Hell yeah. How many is this total that you're shooting?
4.
4. Hell yeah. Roll one more time. Yeah.
3 points of force damage.
And he is down because he had 7 left.
And I am going to, with the last 2, just kind of slowly close the distance between this man. As the 2 remaining magic missiles, like good dogs, like good hunting dogs, come back to their master. I'm going to look this man dead in the eyes and I'm going to say, you did this to yourself. And I'm going to end his life with 2 more bolts.
Hell yeah. And that will do it and bring us out of combat with, I think, for the first time in the history of this channel, have we had a combat where every single one of you guys has gotten a killing blow, including the absentee Finlow?
I think so.
Holy cow.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, the wagons around you are have come to a complete halt here at this crossroads at around midnight. After a flurry of action and craziness, the dust settles with one stabilized pirate captain on the ground and several bodies all around you. What are you guys doing in this moment?
I would like to make another medicine check. But this for a very different reason.
I gotcha. What you thinking?
I would like to attempt to use necromancy to basically atrophy one of these the captain's feet.
Ooh, interesting. I gotcha.
I'm trying to hamstring him.
I gotcha.
I mean, I got a knife.
Yeah, right. Roll me a medicine check, Mr. Tome.
I'll apply guidance.
That's fair. Yeah, in this moment, I gotcha. You take a breath. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is just basically to see if I'm basically not trying to make this guy hurt this guy. Just basically rob his limb of any usefulness.
So hurt him.
Yeah, basically. That is
Just
just
name him.
Actually, no, it's a 10. Yeah.
You definitely could. I think with a 10, even though you're able to tell that when he fell off of the horseback after Cal basically landed in his lap, he broke his tibia. He is kind of already hamstrung, but you're more than welcome to give it a shot if you'd like.
I'm more just trying to make it so that I'm just trying to make it difficult for this guy if he wants to fight or run away.
Yeah, his leg currently will not support his weight.
Okay,
and in
that's enough for
any
me.
capacity.
But at that point, I'll start trussing him up and kind of dragging him over to my horse.
Perfect. While you're doing that, Hunter, what were you wanting to do, sir?
Oh, I was gonna loot the bandits to see how much I can get from them.
Oh, hell yeah. Roll me
All right.
an investigation, and Adrian, if you want to get in on that action.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I'll roll
Can I
one as
roll?
well.
Can
For the
I
captain.
guidance myself on this?
Sure can.
I'll roll for the captain since I'm trusting it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Um,
Right,
Got an
guidance
a
is-
23.
Hell yeah. Cool. And you said an 8, Adrian?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for
23.
Tome, a 22,
22.
a 23, and an 8. Hell yes, I love it. So, Adrian, as you are, we'll say as Tome is trussing up the leader and checking his pockets and looking for anything out of place or interesting, Hunter is casing the pockets of the rank and file bandits, and while he is doing that, Adrian, you can be with your 8, so that you're not getting nothing out of it.
Right.
We'll call you going around and collecting what looks to be 11 scimitars and light crossbows, 10 light crossbows and 1 heavy crossbow that you can get off of these guys, as well
Cool.
as and that's for
Actually, I'm
oh, go ahead, sorry.
cool. I'm just gonna keep 2 of the light crossbows and as much ammo as I can carry, and it should be, it should be good without too many scimitars, and they're just mundane weapons, so I doubt I'd get much from selling them.
I'm gonna take. Yeah, I say we take them so we can sell them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and then you're
I'll hold on to the scimitars.
hell yeah, and I completely lost it. Hold on a second. No, it's gone. I've completely lost the D10, but you are able to find Adrian as well. 44 gold pieces and 38 silver amongst the guard, the bandits, and
44 gold and
44 and 38 silver.
Is that what we find together?
Yeah. This is just cumulative, and you guys can split that up, kind of after the case. And then, in addition to all the simple stuff, kind of working our way up, Hunter, you find. Is there anything specific you're looking for with that 23? Just to try and help you out. Otherwise, I got some stuff for you.
Information like reasons why they attacked us, any missing, and whatever else you had.
Heck yeah. So you find amongst the 10 rank and file guys, you find 4 that have a pretty shoddily constructed map of the Rainier Road, which is the road that you guys are on that goes from Mara Glen down to Windermere. Shows this road, the ambush time, and the description of the wagons. And then with each of those, there is another piece of parchment that has the likeness and drawing of the face of Ethan Thorne, the pirate lord of lanterns that you guys met at the party, and Tome nearly lost his mind over. And there is as well several, each one of them is wearing a leather jacket with the insignia of the lanterns, which is the Hidden Concord and their whole enterprise down here. However, every single one of them has a tattoo on their hand with your 23, a very small tattoo of 2 serpent eyes and a forked tongue. Almost nondescript, but every one of them has this marking on it that you're able to find Hunter. And then over there with a 22 Tome on the bandit leader, Adran came by quickly and plucked this guy's scimitar up, which was no more special than the rest of them.
Yeah. As he does it, I just wave, just like, hey.
This guy has in his pocket 2 sapphires and a ruby in a small pouch, as well as a length of really fine silk rope and a nifty looking curved dagger that has a golden hilt to it. It doesn't seem to be magical, but it is a little nicer than everything else that he's got on him. And he also has a map. He also has another map that matches quite closely to the Riven Coast map here.
I've actually been looking for a map.
With a lot of detail put on the hidden coast and the pirate cities that make up the lanterns. And an interesting thing on this one, Tome, that Adran, I'll let you spare a glance at it as you walk by, because you kind of, as you're picking up the sword, you notice that Tome's found a map, and maps are often cool. There is a circle around this furthest south lantern. And that circle has a line next to it, and that line has the word treasure underlined with a question mark.
Well, I'm committing that to memory.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So I'd like to take a look at that map whenever y'all are willing to let me do that.
Did Hunter mention the tattoos at all?
I did. Yeah, I think I would mention the tattoos to y'all.
Okay, and this guy's out cold, even though he's been stabilized.
Yeah. He's definitely out cold.
Yeah, Maylee's gonna say, well, you guys examine that. You should put this guy in the back of one of the carts. And then she's gonna walk over and crouch down and kind of lift up one of the dead people and examine their face. And then a shimmer passes over her, and she becomes an exact image of that guy, complete with blood and wounds.
Creepy.
All right, tie me up. I'll go in the back, or make it look like I'm tied up. I might be able to get more out of him than you guys could.
How'd you do that?
That's cool as shit.
How'd you do that?
Hell yeah.
Illusion magic. Very pragmatic. Do you mind if I
just got a warlock invocation for this guy's self.
Hell yeah.
At will.
I'll turn towards the group.
I thought we were gonna get some. I thought this was gonna be a crazy lore drop about Melee secretly being a changeling.
Haha, it's me. I've been the bad guy the whole time.
Actually,
I'll turn towards the group, just holding I imagine the gems are in a little pouch or something like that.
Yeah, just a little leather, oiled leather pouch.
Would you mind if I held on to these? I want to do some experiments. They involve some harder to find materials.
I mean, hey, that's the kind of stuff a wizard would need for their wizarding.
In fact, I also found this, and he holds up the dagger with the gold sheath. If anyone wants it, I have no desire. I already have a weapon.
And Hunter just pulls up all 7 light crossbows and 11 scimitars, and he's holding I figure we can pawn them.
Yeah, hell yeah. Throw them in the back of the lighthouse. And so,
I'll add that stuff to my inventory.
so you guys work on getting Melee staged into this.
I'm gonna pretend to be unconscious still,
Hell yeah.
like when he wakes up.
Let me ask you this too, guys, because if we keep going much further, Finn will risk exhaustion driving the lighthouse through the night.
Yeah, I think we should probably Hunter's like, I think we should probably take watch at this point. I'm fine to do. I can trance, so I can take first watch and then just take my 4 hours afterwards.
Tome kind of raises his hand. I do not require sleep.
Hell yeah.
I will stay awake the entire night, but I do need to stay motionless. So that's basically how I function.
Creepy. But yeah, so Melee and the captain guy are locked in the most shot up wagon.
Like tie us one on each side so he can't.
Yeah.
Myself doesn't stand up to any physical interaction.
Right, and that's perfectly doable. And with his injury to his leg, he's not getting up anytime soon. So you guys kind of.
What are we doing with all the horses?
Well, that's the thing that we have to, right now.
Horses are worth a lot.
Yeah, they're kind of tied up, just kind of. I figure you guys have got the wagons kind of like circling them, and
Okay.
have the horses.
I didn't remember if I heard anyone say anything about the horses. There were several.
Yeah, I mean, we could just string them together and Tome could lead them all, right?
I do have
Probably.
I do have a way.
I mean, if we need to, we can probably sell them for a good buck.
Yeah.
It's just the world's first land train, and it's just Tome and 40 horses connected.
At the mention of horses, Tome immediately perks up, then sprints over to his horse and pats him on the head. Your name is Librarian.
I love it. Yeah. So yeah, as you guys start to come together to bed down for the remainder of the night, Melee hoping to get some information when this guy wakes. We're going to go ahead and cut it off there for the evening. It is approaching late, y'all. Thank you all for hanging out with us yet again here at the Tavern. We love you. Keep telling stories.
Wait.
Bye.
Hooray!